A shining light at the heart of the community, the Friendship Cafe is a community centre, a youth club, a training centre, a meeting place, and much more. From activities for young people to bringing different faiths together, the Friendship Cafe serves the community of Barton, Tredworth, and the surrounding city from its community centre. Families of all ages are brought together in an inclusive and open environment, creating friendships in the community that last for generations. Through working closely with a number of organisations to help improve the neighbourhood, there are groups, classes and activities both in the Friendship Cafe, at their city farm down the road, and out on location for activities in the area. Facilities and groups from the centre include interfaith events, boys groups, girls groups, lunch clubs, art clubs, cookery clubs, and community gatherings such as the Asian and Chinese carers. Sport plays a part too, with groups such as archery, self-defence, boxercise, martial arts and street dance. The Friendship Cafe also runs the St James City Farm and Riding School, a unique offering in the centre of the city serving the local community visitors, schools, work groups and colleges for both leisure and work experience. The Friendship Cafe was established as a charity in the year 2000 in response to the lack of activities that were suitable and the closure of all youth and community services by the statutory sector in the area. An area that is in the 10% most socially deprived parts of the country in terms of high unemployment, low educational attainment, high crime and poorest health. The area is also one of the most diverse parts of the southwest, with over 50 languages spoken in 1 square mile radius. The Friendship Cafe has a close relationship with Fair Shares, who use certain resources and spaces within the community centre, along with providing volunteers and benefiting from the farm and facilities.
Today we just chill and have fun.
So today's Friday night youth club, Dads and Lads. It's one of our cornerstone foundation projects. So they have lots of studies, they have a very crammed, intensive week. There's no other youth clubs in the area. So tonight is like basically their night to just relax, chill, hang out with their friends. It's also an opportunity for them to find out about other things that's going on, our other trips, and then some of the older kids, they end up volunteering for us. It's also time for some of the dads who their children don't live with them anymore. They've separated for whatever reason, and so for those dads it's the time for them to spend with their children. We have a girls group as well. They meet every other Saturday. They do trips, they do arts and crafts, and they have swimming as well every week. But they have annual residential, they go to Wales, they do pony trekking, they do canoeing, climbing, everything. But a lot of the mums get involved, and a lot of them don't get the opportunity, or it's too expensive at school for them to go on the trip. So we subsidise it and make it affordable, and then again those girls end up volunteering, using that for their Duke of Edinburgh or applications to university and college, all sorts of things.
I've been volunteering for like 2 days now, and it's actually been a really good experience, and I've never seen so many cultures all together in one place, and it's been really special. So
At Friendship Cafe we go swimming for half the price.
Emma Willis Sewing Studio started a couple of years ago. We were originally based at Emma Willis's factory in Belland House. We're now based here full-time at the Friendship Cafe, and I'm doing some training with Emma Willis to be able to teach better here at the Friendship Cafe to the community. It's open to everybody, men and women. We do say over the age of 18 because of the industrial machines. They are really fast, so a lot easier to sew and a lot quicker. Eventually we'll hopefully be able to train them onto shirt making the Emma Willis way, and give them some more skills really, so that they can either go into work, sew for pleasure, or start up their own businesses.
I really do like the Friendship Cafe because they've got a pool club and a lunch club on Mondays, which most people go to, and one of our staff, Rob, he's a brilliant cook. Yeah, and then after that you have a game of pool and just chill out and relax and have a laugh.
That's recording all of the ingredients we're using today. Some of the courgettes were grown on the allotment. Everything you see on the tables outside was donated from Tesco's, and we do this through Fair Shares and the Friendship Cafe. And everybody you see coming to the lunch club, They started off in the allotment group and they wanted to know what they could do with the raw vegetables. So this started off as a one-off about 2 years ago, and we haven't been home since, have we? Every Monday morning we're in here doing the lunch club.
I work at Checkers on a Tuesday and a Friday, doing woodwork with my teacher called John. I mean, at the moment we're making cheese boards and mirrors and clocks.
Oh, you? Oh, sorry.
On a weekly basis, we have a group of women who are carers who come together. Social interaction allows them to sort of talk about their experiences, difficulties, problems, so they can share their experiences. We also regularly invite practitioners and professionals from different organisations to meet the group. And it's an opportunity for a group to to learn, to be aware of other services, have exercise, which is appropriate to their disabilities and health conditions. So we have an exercise session, and as you can see now, they get together for a nice lunch, which is always popular. And so after lunch, they once again have an opportunity just to sort of a free time to just chit chat and talk, just improving services generally. One of our most valuable volunteers, keeps the organisation ticking over. He looks after all the maintenance and the welfare of all our vehicles. Obviously, without the vehicles, a number of outdoor activities, residentials and other support in and around the community would not happen.
Go on, keep going down.
Fresh air, and we're away from the games.
So we can go into the forest and build dens.
Yeah,
you can have absolute freedom at wilderness.
It's a really lovely place.
It's really fun, really fun. Yes.
We got to do these rapids and like moves it around and stuff. It's really fun.
I like to play snooker.
Play on a bike. I like to play football.
We've discovered what a core part of the community the Friendship Cafe is, in terms of the facility, but also an organisation working with the groups that wouldn't really access physical activity or may face barriers in facing physical activity. And actually the opportunities that they provide for a range of age groups, from really young people, families, teenagers, right the way up to their elders they work with, is absolutely fantastic. The types of physical activity that are available now for people in this area are brilliant. It's great to see, really.
Come have a go, we just charge £1. Any other donations are welcome. Have some fun. We shoot balloons, the kids loving it, they're going, yeah!
I'd say with the Friendship Cafe, it's within the community, it's very important. Obviously many people go to the location and use the facilities that they've got in there. It's a place where people can go and talk. Yeah, and I think the Friendship Cafe is a real asset to the community.
They have worked hard to make it accessible for everybody in the community and not just for their own faith, and that works really well.
I think having a farm in the city I think is really important, because it's about educating young people, future generations, and also opportunities. Being able to experience animals, sort of a sense of agriculture and what the city farm brings and what it provides for the area, I think is really important.
Just come along, you can feed the ducks and the chickens, you can stroke everything and have a cuddle with the rabbit and the guinea pigs.
The animal management students have a week's work experience, and we have organised for them to come down here today to help out with the animals, cleaning them out, doing enrichment for them, and they're just, they're really enjoying it actually. Yeah, it's great. There's not many city farms around, and the students aren't used to this kind of working place where you got to meet lots of people and deal with lots of different animals. This is very, very different for them, and it's really, really nice, yeah. These volunteers at here are specialised, they know their jobs, and they've given them the opportunity to really get some confidence in the knowledge that they have, and to be able to share that with my students, because obviously they're new and they don't know everything that is here, so it's good.
We give them opportunities that they wouldn't get anywhere else. Just from general duties, just some general DIY, any sort of projects. Some of the young people are actually painting walls with their own street art that I've got them involved in, which the only opportunity they have is painting a bus shelter perhaps. But they come to Friendship Cafe and get involved in anything. We teach them woodwork, mechanics, welding, plumbing, all sorts of different things to give them an opportunity to see what they want to do when they leave school.
City Park was the first place I got to ride on a horse.
My daughter Jasmine, she is already nearly second year here in this class. Yeah, we have very good staff here. Yeah, and very good instructor to who we are thankful for that, because without them we could be very hardly find something like this. Yes, so I'm glad it's this place here because kids can spare time nice with the nature, with animals, instead of do something else, as the most town kids doing.
So I started volunteering at the St James City Farm. So I started off with my riding as just a one-off here, and I got good enough to progress on. So Imran suggested pony racing for me, and I progressed with it, and now I'm just getting there.
A lot of the riding schools are mainly out to the city, so it's really important that the local schools can get involved, and you can see the confidence grow in the children. They're really nervous at first, but then after they really enjoy it. A charity come down and ride the pony. This little boy said, "I don't want to have a go, I'm too scared." He actually had 2 goes, which I thought was fantastic.
I think it's a really valuable asset to Gloucester. It really helps our students. They're on a Discover Opportunities course. I help them with work-related activity and employability skills, so it's really beneficial for them to be able to come out and actually practice these skills, helping the community, gaining new skills, woodwork, working together, working with different people, and definitely communication skills as well.
We came up with this idea of the cultural fair. Being based in Barton and Tredworth, it's made up of a multitude of different cultures, religions, and all sorts of things like that. And we thought, let's bring them together. Let's get these people, integrated, talking to each other, building friendships and that sort of thing. And that's how it came about, really.
It's a celebration of the diversity of our area, basically. This is the area of Barton and Tredworth is where a lot of the BME communities in Gloucester live. It's a really diverse area, amazing bunch of interesting people, and we thought we wanted to put on an event that just brings people together and celebrates some of those different cultures. So we have things like food from different cultures, and then some performances, and just people coming together to talk about who we are, what we're doing, and just how can we do some work together.
In the last few years they've just come on board, really embraced it, and we sort of look now and think, how would we manage without them? They do a lot of the lifting and carrying and the practical things. It's lovely the way that we all work together.
Active Gloucestershire loves supporting people like Imran. The staff and the volunteers at the Friendship Cafe provide fantastic role models for other young people from the area, and we think it's really important for the people from the community to have role models like Imran, so that they can look ahead to their future as a volunteer, as a leader within their work, and say, actually, if they can do it, so can I.
We teach them life skills as well, and the importance of mixing with other people and taking them out of their comfort zone. We have lots of young people that volunteer with me, some now for the last 4 years, that still keep coming back all the time because they enjoy what we do there and give up a lot of their time to help us out.